Welcome to the 175th episode of Tuberchat. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We are going to have a lot of dynamic creators that are going to come through the chat today. And everybody's here to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, starting with Makeup with Corinne. This is a dynamic creator who is extremely generous, very much loved and well respected in the small YouTuber community at large, and especially here within the Tuberchat community. She is always here as a member and a moderator. You know her as Corinne's Life. This is a brand new channel that she is working on, very niche down, Makeup with Corinne. With 52 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther on her road to the first 100. Very good to see Rants with Rogers, a dear friend in the house, who has been with me both on my personal channel and here in Tuberchat from the very beginning. I actually saw some generosity from Rants with Rogers. Oh, for the life of me, I can't remember who it was. If it was Angel's Army, I think, was just opening a prize package from Rants with Rogers, which is great news. And that channel's somebody who's been through a lot of change over the last year or so. So hopefully everybody will rally around them and connect with Rants with Rogers if you haven't already. Thank you everybody for coming in so early. It is officially, I guess, the first day of spring, right? And so, hopefully we're in for some new things. We are probably only 6 weeks away from episode number 200 of Tuberchat. So thank you for everybody who has been here all the way along. Thank you for everybody who has joined in the last little while. Andy Aceflaw1 has been with me since before Tuberchat existed. And Jack Dawson, thank you so much for your super chat. Before we even started, is already firing away with generosity. So I appreciate that. We will look at Jack Dawson in a moment before we start spinning the wheel. Alisa and Alex, good to see you back in the house. Bose Pixel, it's always good to have you here. Sharia is a brand new channel for us, and thank you for coming back in. Circle of Friends Paranormal, it's good to see you here. Darth Vader 6, good to have you in the house. Forgive me for not remembering if this is your first time with Tuberchat. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Declan Fans 2020 official is in the house, and House of X Entertainment Inc. has just renewed their membership. That is Yo, it's your boy Leo, and It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, together. and they have also been with me for as long as I keep mentioning, well over a year now. Khalid Delicious Food, thank you for coming in. Mary's Corner, good to see you here. Our beloved moderators, Scratch and Pete PA and Michael's Adventures, are always with us in the chat. Norfolk Dashcam is a gold member, so they get that guaranteed feature that I talk about for the gold and silver members with those slides we see at the beginning, middle, and end of the live stream. And their link will be dropped every 30 minutes or so by Nightbot, as we will soon see. Scream Time Horror Podcast, good to have you back in the house. SK Manly Gaming, always good to see you here. Sparkles Hope Chest is back with us again, along with St. Clair's Republic. And then Sweet Escape might be a new connection for Tuberchat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome also. The How To Lady is here, that's our featured channel from Friday, and TWTTV is the first channel from our featured channel from yesterday, Lil Red and Bunny Tracks. Thrill Seeks and Two Pineapples, along with Unmasked Lifestyle, are all silver members, and they happen to be with us again today. Generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, and they are already on the wheel. So forgive me, everybody, for being behind in the chat. It was funny because after the 30-minute notifications, there wasn't a lot of action in the chat, and sometimes there is. So we wondered if we'd have as busy of a beginning as we usually do, but it looks like we're off to the races, and everybody is already having fun meeting new friends and family members. Face World, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. So forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. If you've mentioned a question or a comment that you specifically wanted me to see, just please mention it again. I'll appreciate your patience. And if you can, give 3 thumbs up at the beginning of your message. It might help me see it a little bit easier. And Declan Fans 2020 officials with us. Very, very cool. Little Red and Bunny Tracks, along with... Oh, you did change the name, actually. To Little. It was Lil Red and Bunny Tracks for a while, unless somebody's typed that wrong. And that is, like I said, the second channel from TWTTV. They've had both channels featured on Tuberchat over the last month, and the reason why is because they've had impact on our community. They've been with us for a long time. Cooking with Miss Brown, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Spotless Calm, good to see you here. I think this is your first time with Tuberchat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you will find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Aoki Onelia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Aoki Onelia. I wonder if I'm pronouncing that close to right. I hope so, but hopefully you're feeling welcome also. And then again, for anybody that's brand new, just please have a look at our video description. It describes how you can maximize your impact here in Tuberchat and meet lots of friends and family members for your channel. Life Through Our Eyes 303, thank you for coming in. And MSK Family Vlogs, they're both members. So I'm going to get them onto the wheel. And we'll start spinning soon. We did have a super chat from Jack Dawson, as usual, for the beginning of live streams. He's an extremely generous creator who has blessed us with many, many, many super chats. And not to mention, happens to be a member also, but we're going to look at Jack Dawson in another moment. I just want to give another minute of introduction to Make Up with Corinne. This is the second channel from our beloved moderator, Corinne's Life. She's an extremely generous creator who runs playlists for people. She does the featured channels collaboration that you see right here as well, that I talk about all the time. And then as well, she allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuberchat, and has now broken off into a second channel, which I love, love, love to see from creators. So hopefully everybody will rally around her and follow her on both channels. I'm going to get you to pardon me just for a very quick second. We're going to come back and we'll be looking at Jack Dawson. Blue Alien Plays, good to see you here. I wonder if that's a name change too. QT Gang, good to see you in the house. The Ace Deuce family, good to have you back as well. And Convoltic is here in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. Let us get Jack Dawson up onto the screen. And, I always type in Jack Dawson MLB The Show. That's a video game that I first saw Jack Dawson playing when I caught him on his very first live stream, the first one that I was there for. And he plays a lot of different video games on his channel, sometimes multiple times a day. And there's quite a variety between Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, and the baseball game that I spoke of. And what you'll find with Jack Dawson, he's a dynamic host who's able to keep up both with his gameplay and the chat while commentating the action for everybody as well. Now, Alisa and Alex, I could be wrong about that. I'm mentioning a couple of name changes, but those are guesses. I could be wrong about that. 345 Barry, good to see you here. St. Clair's Republic, I hope I welcomed you when you came in. I think you came to us late yesterday, just before we were finishing up. Bautissimo is one of our robots. It's like Nightbot and Streamlabs that's just welcoming a couple of people who have been here for a few minutes. One of the things you got to know about live streaming and using these robots is that they don't usually kick in for about 5 to 10, maybe even 15 minutes into the live stream. So sometimes you see them doing things like this, welcoming people who've already been here for 10 or 15 minutes. But that's okay. Jack Dawson, one more time, thank you so much for your super chat. He's an extremely generous creator, loyal and dedicated supporter who's been with us for a while now, and with 1,650 or so subscribers, I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther on the road towards the 1,700 that we know he's looking towards. Let's spin the wheel and get that thing moving. It's good to see so many familiar faces in the house. It's great to have a few newcomers as well. It seems about 20 to 30% of channels that come through Tuberchat every day are here for the first time. Let's look at House of X Entertainment Inc. It was Leo, it's your boy Leo's birthday, just on Friday night, as a matter of fact. And It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey had a lot of creators get together and put together a special video for him, and then as well we celebrated his birthday on his channel also. They've got 3 channels between It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey and Yo, It's Your Boy Leo, and this is the joint business venture between the both of them, which is House of X Entertainment Inc. So I hope everybody will rally around these extremely generous, loyal, and supportive creators. I've been connected to them for well over a year now. They've been with me on my personal channel as well as here in Tuberchat, and I believe they were 2 of the very first creators. I think It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey was the first creator to come into a Tuberchat live stream. So it shows you the loyalty and dedication that these creators have. Dirt Diggers UK, good to see you here. Malaki Plays, good to see you here. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right for you, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate those as well. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out there supporting each other. And I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a second, and it really does help, so I'll appreciate it greatly. There's Blue Jeans Network. That's our featured channel for tomorrow. Some of you might remember from last weekend that Blue Jeans Network is always with Cubs Den. They raided us last week, and Cubs Den was featured last week. Blue Jeans Network is also a wealth of information, and for that reason is featured tomorrow. But thank you so much for that super chat. For that reason, we're going to look at that channel right now, and then we'll have a better look tomorrow. Phase Yoda, Phase King, good to see you back. Thanks for coming in. And here's Blue Jeans Network right here. What you'll find is most often you'll see Cubs Den and Blue Jeans Network together on each other's channels. And what they do is share a lot of information YouTube related, so that everybody can get tips and tricks that will help both with your videos and with your channel. And they always have an extremely active chat. It's very, very busy over there, and you will meet a lot of like-minded creators when you're there. So for that reason, I wanted to feature both of these channels. Like I said, Cubs Den was featured last week. Blue Jeans Network will be our featured channel for the first 5 to 10 minutes of tomorrow's live stream. Two Pineapples, thank you so much for the share. That's another dynamic and extremely generous creator who shares their knowledge for the betterment of everybody in the community. We hang out with each other as often as we can. Good to see everybody already off to the races, meeting new friends and family members. The chat is just flying right now, so please forgive me if I've missed anything at all that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment. If you did, please mention it again. I'll try to keep my eyes open, and if you can leave 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message, it might help me see it a little bit better. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is in the house. Thank you for coming in. We're going to look at Life Through Our Eyes 303 right now, and I'm going to get Kid Wonder onto the wheel. Life Through Our Eyes 303, this is Carla. She's another generous creator who allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuberchat, and has been with us pretty much from the beginning. She was featured months and months ago based on generosity and impact that she's had in the community, and with 1,330 or so subscribers, I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards maybe even 1,400 today. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman, the Dream Team, good to see you coming in. Thank you so much. It's always good to have you here. Shunda's Corner, thank you for coming in. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to miss anybody. The chat's moving a little bit fast. I don't want to use that as an excuse. You know I'm not the best person for keeping up with the chat anyway, but it's always good to have Shunda's Corner here. She's here with us almost every live stream. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonders now on the wheel, and when I pull that channel up, I'll show you both of that creator's channels. He often comes in with both just to give us an extra like and an extra share. So that's an extremely generous creator. And Thrill Seeks has been doing a lot of work on his thumbnails lately. So when you get a chance to look at Thrill Seeks' channel, hopefully you'll get a chance to have a look at that stuff. And thumbnails can be a very important part of the makeup of your video. Titles, descriptions, tags, and thumbnails are very, very important. I'm happy to see the members playing around with the custom emojis, talking about let's grow, let's grow. Yes, I agree. And then as well, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Alisa and Alex, thank you so much for the kind words. All of this music is going to be available for everybody copyright free on a brand new side channel that I'm using as an experiment, and Stream Elements will be dropping the link for that from time to time. And we will build that up and start adding music to it weekly. But all the stuff you hear in the background here will be available for everybody as well. Let's spin, and we'll see what is coming up next. Okay, I don't think I missed anything. I think we're good. Hilda DC, good to see you back in the house. Gareth Lynch, Deserted Place in Scotland, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. It's good to have you back. And Shunda's Corner's reaching out to swap playlists. And Kira Walton, my BFF forever, is in the house as a moderator, of course. We're going to look at Two Pineapples right now. They got a lot of interesting stuff going on their channel. So they're doing a great job of posting videos frequently. As well, they are live 24/7. And as well, sometimes they have a second 24-hour live stream running, and they go live on location. They live in Hawaii, so they've got a lot of gorgeous content for everybody to see. And hopefully everybody will check all of that out when you're there. With 1,530 subscribers, they are one of the fastest moving creators that we've seen within Tuberchat. They just started basically in November and really started to kick it in December. I believe, if I remember the story right, they had about 70 subscribers at the beginning of December, and by the first week of January had their 1,000. So they are somebody to watch. There's much to be learned from that creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. We talk offline about once a week now, sharing information to try to help everybody out with new ideas and experiments. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman, the Dream Team, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Those are always unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And for that reason, I'll put your channel up next before we spin the wheel. I'll just get it ready right now. And Mr. Naz, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. He's out fishing again. He was actually fishing while we were doing a interview on Kitty Mom Crochet's channel this past Wednesday. Mr. Naz came up and joined us on the panel. He was fishing and showing a little bit of that activity as well. Very, very interesting stuff. And then thank you, Declan Fans 2020 official. Mary's Corner, good to see you here. Not sure if I welcomed you already, but it's great to have you back in the chat. Little Frenchie in Big Texas is in the house, another previously featured channel from Tuberchat. I feature a different channel every single day based on generosity and or impact that I see within the community. And what that does is gives you over 150 opportunities to meet generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman, the Dream Team has 211 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther and get her maybe even to 215 or 220 today, a little bit closer on the road to 300. John H. Shelton is in the house. Thank you for coming in, doing a little bit of community cleanup there by the sounds of it, but always spreading positivity through our chat as well, and that's another influential creator. Sharia, thank you so much. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I know you're a little bit newer to Tuberchat, but I really do appreciate your super chat as well. For that reason, we'll look at your channel next, and then I will get back to spinning the wheel. And Circle of Friends Paranormal, not sure if I welcomed you today, but I'd rather make the mistake of doing it twice than not doing it. So I hope you're already off to the races, meeting new friends and family members. And Spotless Calm, hopefully you're meeting new people here as well. Tuberchat is just a meeting place, and the idea is that we are hoping to meet other creators for the purpose of supporting each other over the long term. By giving each other views, likes, comments, hanging out in live streams and premieres and all that good stuff that we all need as growing creators. And then thank you for everybody who's sharing out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network. For anybody that tweets or retweets for us, you automatically get added by me to a list of a Twitter list of YouTube channels that tweet and retweet for others. They are generous creators. I stumble over my words there because the Twitter list is starting to get pretty big now, and I talk about it probably not enough. I try to mention it once a day, but it's somewhere where if you're active on Twitter, you will find other generous creators. You can bet that if they have tweeted or retweeted for us, they will probably do the same for you. And if the mentality is there between everybody, you've got over 50 different people right there on Twitter to push your videos out, and hopefully everybody will get a little bit more action on their videos from Twitter. It can be a great place to bring in some traffic. Sharia has 1,740 or so subscribers. I'm hoping we can push that channel a little bit farther as well and get them a little bit closer on the road to 1,800 that they're looking for. And then Spotless Calm, yeah, we say a lot of silly things in the chat, like visiting your house and giving you a package and this and that. What it means is somebody has been to your channel, they've watched your video, they've left you a comment, given you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and now they're waiting for you to do the same thing. However, for anybody that's a little bit newer to Tuberchat, if you've only been here once today or a few times before, you just want to keep note that most creators who've been here many times before will not come to a brand new channel that they see in the chat until they feel out how you're interacting with everybody else first, so that they can make a judgment call as to whether you might be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they will connect with you. So the best success is always found in making the first move. We believe wholeheartedly here in giving much more than we expect to receive, but the way that that works then is you go out, you support other creators by watching a full video of at least 3 minutes, better if it's 4, 5, or 6 minutes even, and then as well give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, make sure your comment that you leave on the video you're watching is long and meaningful and related to the content of the video. Then you come back, let the other creator know that you've done that, and they'll do the same for you. Washington County News Station, Utah is in the house, and I saw Emotion sneak in as well. Thank you for coming in. It's always Pepsi time when Washington County News Station, Utah is in the house. So thank you for coming in again. Let's get your channel up here so everybody can have a look at what you've got going on. Washington County News Station, Utah takes us out on a lot of outdoor and on-location live streaming to show us a lot of stuff around their community. And the other day we saw a snowstorm in southern Utah, which was interesting. And then as well, he sometimes takes us out on search and rescues and different things like that. So it's very interesting stuff. I hope everybody will rally around this generous creator who's been with us for quite some time now. With 1,600 subscribers, hopefully we can push him a little bit farther. He's got the 1,600 locked in, but we want to get moving on the road to that 1,700 that they're thinking about. Again, forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. We're kind of moving quickly today, so if you have mentioned a question or a comment that you meant specifically for me to see, just please mention it again. Try putting 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message. Hopefully that will help me see it a little bit easier. And I will keep my eyes open for that. I'll appreciate your patience. We got to get to spinning the wheel. I'm going to get you to pardon me for a second, but I'm not going to turn the camera off. I'll leave you here with Washington County News Station, Utah for another moment, and I will be right back. Okay, pardon me for that. Let me whip my green screen back into place here. Thank you everybody for your patience. Hopefully everybody's still doing okay. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And it looks like we're doing okay. So Thrill Seeks, let's get your channel up here. Thank you one more time for Washington County News Station, Utah for your super chat, and for all of our super chatters today. Sharia actually made it in as our new stream boss, so that was interesting as well. Kristen and I were just talking about the fact that Canada's Wonderland, which is our biggest theme park in our area, will hopefully be opening in a couple of months. We want to get out there and do some on-location live streaming. And the reason I think of that is because we've got Thrill Seeks here. This is David, and he's got a lot of content on his channel related to theme parks and particularly roller coasters. So I know I say the same things about channels all the time, but even if you're not the kind of person who likes to go on some of the bigger and faster rides in a theme park, I think most people enjoy at least being there and at least watching everybody have fun because it's pretty exciting stuff. And you'll see a lot of that here on Thrill Seek's channel with 855 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther on the road towards 900. And then as well, Thrill Seeks, David has been a generous and dedicated and loyal supporter to Tuberchat for quite some time now. So we are back to spinning the wheel, and we will get spinning again in another moment. And as we work our way down, I will get some more names onto the wheel as well. We'll actually start right now with St. Clair's Republic, and Circle of Friends Paranormal. And then we will spin and see who's coming up next. Pizza. Yeah, no, you know what's the funniest thing about that? 2 pineapples? I don't remember how much it is for a slice of pizza at Wonderland now, but for some reason I'm thinking $7 might be what we're thinking of. It is something else, as you can imagine, from a lot of theme parks and tourist areas and stuff like that. So we're looking at Unmasked Lifestyle now. And this is another generous and loyal and dedicated supporter to Tuberchat for quite some time. And my goodness, we got a lot of action happening in the chat all at once here now. St. Clair's Republic. Thank you for your super chat. For that reason, we're going to get your channel up in another couple of moments here. And then Retro Completionist, thank you so much for your generous super chat. I really do appreciate that. And for that reason, we will get your channel up in another few minutes right after St. Clair's Republic. And then as well, Sparkle's Hope Chest. Thank you for your super chat as well. I really do appreciate that. All of that stuff is absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And for that reason, we'll just let these creators skip the line and get onto the screen right away. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly after. So thank you one more time for that. Unmasked Lifestyle is a dear friend of Tuberchat. She's been with us for a long time, both as a member and, in our community. And as well, so she recently lost her mother and hasn't been so active in the last month for that reason. So what I've been asking everybody to do for the last few days is just to take a visit over to her channel at Unmasked Lifestyle. I hope everybody will subscribe anyway, because like I said, she's an extremely loyal and dedicated supporter. As you can see, I co-hosted her 1,000 subscribers giveaway with her a few weeks ago, and that was fun. And she will be back next week. That's the expectation. And shortly after, what I'd love everybody to do is just head over there and watch a couple of videos or run a playlist or something like that. Leave some comments and things like this, just to keep her channel active until she can get back into the swing of posting regularly. And then we are going to look at St. Clair's Republic right now. Thank you one more time for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. With 170 subscribers, I think we can absolutely push this channel towards 175, maybe even a little bit farther, and closer to that 200 that we know that she's thinking about. And next we'll look at Retro Completionist and Sparkle's Hope Chest. So thank you everybody for this. Forgive me, I'm way behind in the chat. Again, I'll try to catch up in a second here. I wonder if I forgot to turn my extensions off again. When I live stream, I find that keeping some of the extensions on slows down the browser a little bit. So we'll see about that. I've got something going in the background here as well. Let's knock our quality down here. Oh, it is. It's at 144. Okay. I was catching up on my watch later list. Most of you see me say every day to the new creators that come through that I'll be going through my watch later list in the next 24 hours. And I just about missed the mark today, so it's running in the background. Hopefully, other than that, everybody is doing okay. And I can let you know that Unmasked Lifestyle is in good spirits considering. And we've been in touch a few times over the last couple of weeks. But she'll absolutely appreciate it, and I'll consider it a favor too if you'll support that creator. One of the things you can do to support Tuberchat as a channel, for instance, is by supporting our super chatters and members, of course, because they support the channel financially. And, I'll always appreciate that. And it keeps us moving, not to mention everybody sharing out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network. That always helps as well. And one more time, St. Clair's Republic, thank you for your super chat. Retro Completionist, thank you for yours as well. For that reason, we're looking at your channel right now. I'm going to get most 6510 models onto our list as well, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly after. Retro Completionist has been back with us again and again with 1,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther as well, get that 1,700 locked in, and get them moving on their road to 18. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. Again, if you've mentioned something you meant for me to see specifically, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again. I'll appreciate your patience. And add 3 thumbs up to the beginning of the message. Hopefully it will make me see it a little bit easier. Life with Rose and Ann, good to see you here. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat as well. I tend to fall behind, especially when we're moving so quickly, but I appreciate everybody, being patient, and especially hanging out, meeting new friends and family members. That's what we're here for. As long as the chat is still running, then we are good to go. And then one of the things we want to remember as well while we're connecting with everybody, it's very important that everybody's doing as much as they can to support each other while we're connecting. Especially these days, ever since YouTube's been aggressively purging, glitching, and playing games with all of our numbers. So one of the things we want to keep in mind, we always must be watching videos that are at least 3 minutes long, better if it's 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes or even longer, and leaving a long, genuine comment related to the content of the video on every video that you watch. And the reason why is because that tells the algorithm you absolutely meant to subscribe to that creator, watch their video, you enjoyed their content, and hopefully that will make the connection stick, along with a thumbs up and turning the notification bell on, of course, as you see me do for all creators. So just please keep that in mind, especially anybody that's somewhat new here in Tuberchat. Very important that the whole procedure is followed. If you are able to spend anywhere from an hour to 2 hours here for any amount of time that you spend, I didn't mean to spin the wheel. We'll look at Norfolk Dashcam right after we get to our next couple of super chatters here. Thank you one more time, Retro Completionist. I appreciate your super chat. And we're looking at Sparkle's Hope Chest, so thank you for your super chat as well. With 210 subscribers, hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther and get her on the road to 300. So as well, we want to make sure we're always connecting with each other with the full process, and it's all listed in the video description. I update the video description usually about once a week, so if you're here all the time, I don't expect you to read the whole thing every day that you're here, but if you can read it once a week, it looks like a lot of text, but it really only takes a moment. And every time we learn something new from other creators and have better information for everybody to help our connection stick and keep everything solid, I update that. The other thing I was mentioning is the fact that you can meet up to about 8 or maybe even 10 people per hour here in Tuberchat, but if you're subscribing to more channels than that, it's too fast, and YouTube will probably take some of your subscribers away in the next day or two, and we don't want that to happen to anybody. So it's something to keep in mind, and like I said, hopefully everybody is always doing as much as they can to support each other while you're out there. Oh, there you go. So Makeup with Corinne says that YouTube removed Thrill Seeks from them, which is ridiculous because I think Thrill Seeks came to us from Corinne's life, to be honest with you. And we've seen many times, even, I've been living with my girlfriend for 5 years now, and we woke up just a couple of weeks ago and she was not subscribed to me or Tuberchat, and we saw YouTube do that to us 6 months ago as well. So it's not that it's anybody's fault, but we all have to do as much as we can to support each other to try to make these connections stick, knowing that YouTube is playing games with our subscribers, our watch hours, our views, our likes, and everything else. So Sparkle's Hope Chest, one more time, thank you so much for your super chat. We're looking at most 6510 models, and thank you again for your super chat. This channel is just flying. Look at this channel go. 5,460 subscribers now. We have watched this channel really start to race with its growth, which is fantastic. So they're doing a great job. Hopefully everybody will rally around them. There's obviously some to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. So Mo6510 Models, thank you one more time. We are going to look at Norfolk Dashcam next, because I did spin the wheel a little bit prematurely, but that's fine. And then I will get to adding some names on the wheel. And then Black Girl TT says she lost 17 hours just 2 days ago. Yeah, that happens all the time. One of the things you want to keep in mind as well, while everybody's looking for 4,000 hours of watch time, it is public watch hours. So anything that's unlisted, anything that's private, and certainly if you delete a video, the hours won't count. You lose hours for that. So it's something that you want to think about while you're, we all chase the 4,000 hours of watch time within the last 365 days. So you got to keep all your videos public. And that's something to think about as well when we talk about the idea of silent live streams and things like that, is you have to consider the content that you're putting on your channel, because you're not going to be able to hide it or delete it as soon as you get monetized. You got to hang on for a little while. So that's a thought as well. Traces of Twan's Life, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. TC Unleashed, Unleash You, good to see you in the house again. Thank you for coming back in. I think you caught us really late yesterday, just before we were wrapping up the live stream, but thank you for coming in. Baskets Resales in the house. That's another creator with 2 channels that we talk about all the time. And other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay. So Elisa and Alex, there's nothing wrong with putting your videos on unlisted or private, but you just have to consider it when you're looking for the public watch hours, right? So if you look on your monetization tab, for anybody that's not yet monetized, you'll see the 2 dials. One of them says 1,000 subscribers. The other one says 4,000 hours of watch time. That's the only number that matters. So when you look at watch hours in your analytics, they're going to change. They're going to go up and down. It's going to drive you bananas, I promise. But the only number that matters for monetization is the dial on the monetization tab. When that hits 4,000 with public watch hours, then you can apply to be monetized. And it's something to consider. Life Beautiful, I always say this wrong. Life Beautifully, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And let us think about getting back to the wheel in another second. Norfolk Dashcam has 729 subscribers. They are getting pretty close to the 1,000 we all think about as well. And Norfolk Dashcam is, the title of the channel kind of speaks to exactly what content you're going to find there. But they are willing to take submissions from all over the world and possibly put out once a month a compilation of dashcam footage that they catch from other creators, for instance, all throughout YouTube, but here in the Tuberchat community as well. So that's something to consider. If you want to connect with Norfolk Dashcam, have a look at their About page, video descriptions, and you'll find very easily how you can submit some dashcam footage and be included in their videos. Diana Brienne Fairchild, thank you for coming back in. It's always good to see you here. That's another creator with thousands of subscribers, somebody to be learned from as well as entertained and inspired by. Let us spin the wheel, and I will get some names on the wheel in another second. Norfolk Dashcam just put this video 20 minutes ago, as a matter of fact. So that's a short video. You don't want to connect with that one. You want to go and find one of these ones. Like there's a 9-minute one here, but if you go through Norfolk Dashcam's footage, you're going to see longer videos, because if you watch a video that's only 30 seconds long, or a minute or 2 minutes or something, it's very likely that YouTube will take your connection away within the next day or two. You will lose subscribers, and we don't want that to happen to anybody. So keep that in mind while you're connecting. Always look for a video at least least 3 minutes long. You'll notice that when I put channels on the screen, I am always subscribed. So Tuberchat loses subscribers just like everybody else does, but nobody ever loses Tuberchat. It's only like 1 in 1,000 that ever happens to. You'll see, and one of the reasons is because I always watch longer videos. I put a second or third video into my watch later list often, and the comments that I leave are always at least 2 or 3 sentences. You know that because I've done it for everybody here. And again, the best success here is always found in reaching out to other creators first. We believe wholeheartedly in giving much more than we expect to receive. Just Vlogging Life is a perfect example of a creator who lives by that mindset. And so when you reach out to people by saying, come get my channel and I'll get back to you, you probably won't find a lot of subscribers that way. The best way is always to support others. You visit their channel, watch their video, give them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, put their notification bell on, then come back, let them know that you've done that, and then they will do the same thing for you. And Just Vlogging Life is your playlist buddy. Very cool. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Just Vlogging Life has 480 subscribers. They've been a gold member for quite some time here, so they get that guaranteed feature of the slides that we play at the beginning, middle, and end of the live stream, and then their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we have seen. Let's look at MSK Family Vlogs, and while that channel's on the screen, I'll get some more names onto our wheel. I've got to refresh my lists over here. Having another bad weekend with my voice. I'm starting to wonder if this is allergies or something like that. Oh my goodness, my list doesn't want to work. Might be having internet trouble here for a quick second. Ebony Pre-TV, good to see you here in the house. Thank you for coming in. TC Unleashed, I'll talk about playlists in a quick second. Ebony Pre-TV and anybody that's brand new to Tuberchat, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Oh, Bottissimo doesn't want to work right this second. The chatbot's working, but my list is not working for a second. That's okay. We'll get some more names on in a moment. What I'll do is I'll put our moderators on for now, and I'll go back to the list shortly. So, MSK Family Vlogs has been with Tuberchat for quite some time now. It's a dynamic family of creators, and they've got a lot of variety in content, both in live streams and videos on their channel. With 1,110 subscribers or so, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther and get them rolling on the road to 1,200. And then Spotless Calm Perfect. Yes, anybody taking their time and meeting people one by one will find the best success here in Tuberchat. Like I said, as long as you do, if you're meeting 8 to 10 people per hour at the most, you're probably doing fine. Any faster than that, YouTube might take your subscriptions away after, because it's not possible to watch videos from everybody that are at least 3 minutes long, or 4, 5, or 6 minutes, and leave comments and do all the things we need to do, plus have conversations. The best success is going to be found by starting a conversation with people before connecting. Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. King Vapes Gaming, always good to see you. And then thank you so much, Spotless Com, for the kind words. I always appreciate positivity in the chat. And then thank you so much, Reto Completionist, as well. And then When we talk about the idea of swapping playlists, what we're talking about is it's a simple arrangement that you can make with any creator that's willing, and it just means you're going to run a playlist of videos for them and they're going to run a playlist of videos for you. I recommend making a playlist that contains all of your videos, not including live streams. You can make a second one with live streams if you want to. Make it some kind of a title like all my videos or all our videos or something like this. That's the playlist you're going to use to swap. And you can imagine if you get a lot of different creators to be running that playlist for you, your hours are really going to stack up. But there's two other reasons why I push it here on Tuberchat so hard. One of the reasons is because when somebody runs your playlist, they're running 100% of the time of every video in that playlist, and that can pump your averages up. And then as well, you're trading favors with somebody, and that's a great way to get a friendship started. That's where the strong and solid foundation for your channel really comes from. So I'm going to get our moderators onto the wheel for a second here. I got to do something about my voice. Just doesn't seem to be getting any better. Be Yourself with Jane, thank you for coming back in. And King Vapes Gaming, we never use the word subscribe in a chat like this. Please, if you don't mind, that's okay. That's why I block it. So please don't try to misspell it and put it in. That can be considered spam. You can imagine if hundreds of people were using that term every day in a live chat, it would be just disastrous. So we don't do that. Try not to use numbers in chats like this. A lot of times when you find other growth streams similar to Tuberchat, you'll get moderators and hosts that will jump all over you for using too many emojis, using numbers in the chat. We always spell our numbers with words. It's fine to talk about it, and then you don't want to do too much self-promotion. That's actually against YouTube's community guidelines, and a lot of moderators will knock your messages out for that reason. So the idea here is we always want to support other creators, and then knowing that they will come back and support us as well. You know, the golden rule, treat others as you wish to be treated. We give much more than we expect to receive here, knowing that it always comes back. And then King Vapes Gaming, it's no problem. If you ever can't type a word in a chat, it means that the host has added that word into their banned words list. They don't want it used for some reason. So, it's just a thought, but you got to keep that in mind, especially if you're going to live stream or are thinking about it. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is in the house. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So one of our moderators, Corinne's Life, who is in here today as Makeup with Corinne, that's our featured channel for today. She's actually got 2 channels going, so when you see Makeup with Corinne here as a moderator, she's always actually here as a member and a moderator. That is Corinne's Life. So we've already looked at that channel, so I'm not going to put it on the wheel, but I am going to put Scratch and Pete and Kira Welton up there. Into the Life of Nats, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel, if that's what you would like. No, that's okay. Thank you. Yeah, Spotless Com is willing to swap playlists. Urbex Paranormal and More is in the house. Very good to see you. Okay, I was putting Scratchin', Pete, PA on the wheel along with Kira Welton, Kristen Welton. She's always here as a member and a moderator. And I'm really puzzled why Bautissimo doesn't want to work right this second. Yeah, Kristen's in the background. She's gonna make me tea to try to help my voice. I don't know why. It's just scratchy. It's probably allergies. Trying to figure out what's been going on. It might be the weather changes over the last couple of weeks. I have bad allergies, but I also took allergy medicine last week and this week. I wonder if that might be doing something to it as well. And then King Vapes Gaming, thank you for the kind words. The music's all going to be available on a side project that is another YouTube channel that's available already now for everybody to have a sneak peek at. And Stream Elements drops the link to that every once in a while. And the t-shirts. So now I have the Thrive Together t-shirts that you all see. Those are screen printed and ready to go. Those are for sale on eBay. And then Tuberchat shirts are now officially out and ready. I'm using Amazon merch for that. And the links are in the description. And you'll see links dropped by Stream Elements in the chat from time to time as well. For the life of me, I am hoping that Bautissimo is going to work. I'm just looking again. So I use 4 different robots. It looks like it's going to work now. I use 4 different robots in the chat. So I use Nightbot, Bautissimo, Stream Elements, and Streamlabs. And the reason why, more than anything, is because they're different. Each one is different, better at different things. Each one has their strong point. A lot of them do similar jobs. And then as well, if one is not working, you can always rely on the others as a backup. As I thought for a second we were going to have to do. But Bautissimo's working. I've got another window here just refreshing. This is how we keep track of how active everybody is in the chat. It's not just about how long you're here, but how much you're interacting with everybody. So when I need names for the wheel, I look over there, and that's where I get them from. Baskets Resale has 445 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe over 450, get them halfway on the road to 500. This is a creator with 2 channels. Baskets actually has thousands of subscribers, and now they're working on this channel aggressively as well. So there's a lot to be found when you follow Baskets Resale. Now we're going to look at Circle of Friends Paranormal. And 2 Pineapples finally got a message that I could that I noticed. And do the shirts come in medium husky? They're all on a serious note, they're actually in all the different standard sizes. Amazon by Merch by Amazon is one of those services that's doing print on demand. So it's like Teespring and Printful and the other ones that are out there. And then I have screen printed shirts as well that say Thrive Together with the little YouTube play button that I usually wear. And those are ready to go as well. But I put those on eBay because Amazon merch is not necessarily worldwide until you get going. So as you sell more stuff, they increase your level and allow you to expand farther. So until it gets rolling, we got to tough it out for a second. And then half of 2 Pineapples joke is about me. I'm not the smallest guy in the world. So I wear a nice extra large, but there's it's all the standard stuff. Z3540 Fun Channel. Good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Radical Productions, always good to see you. Thank you for coming in as well. And then Sam's Vlog, Black Girl TT's reaching out to you to swap playlists. And other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay. Forgive me if I've missed any messages in the chat, whether it's a question or a comment that you meant for me to see. Just please mention it again. Try putting 3 thumbs up, and sometimes it might make it easier for me to see, and sometimes it doesn't, apparently, but that's okay. Thank you, TWTTV. The music in the background is all going to be available as copyright-free music for everybody on a side project. There's another YouTube channel that Stream Elements will drop every, I don't know, 20 minutes or half hour or so in the chat. When it's really ready to go, I will, we'll rate it one day, and I'll introduce it to everybody, and I don't know, we'll have some kind of a party over there and this and that. In the meantime, it's just kind of like in a beta thing. There's some music there, same stuff you hear here on Tuberchat, but it's experimental, so I'm making sure we get that channel going, and there will be new music every week. Hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay. Circle of Friends Paranormal has 73 subscribers. So one of the things we know about channels that have less than 100 is that we have to do a little bit more to make sure our connections stick with them, because they are getting hit the hardest by the YouTube purging and glitching. So one of the things I recommend is adding a comment on their discussion tab, as I believe I have done here. Right there, you'll see that, along with Have Cheetah Will View. And then as well, consider taking an extra video or two and adding them into your watch later list. You can run that at any point after the live stream. You can even do that when you go to bed or when you go out or anything like that. It shows YouTube that you cared so much about that creator's content, you went back for a second or third video already. Thank you for coming in, Two Real Geeks. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for coming in. They are a dynamic couple of creators, and I recently came across their channel, and they had trouble coming into Tuberchat a while back. One of the things you got to be aware of as well is going through your banned users lists, banned words lists, and stuff like this, because we found that Two Real Geeks had been banned on Tuberchat, and I was very lucky. I don't think anybody actually banned them. I think it was a mistake. I think that maybe what happened is somebody was about to be banned and must have clicked by mistake, or maybe a moderator did it inadvertently or something like that. It could have been me. Very well could have been me. But we looked, or I looked, and sure enough, they were in there, but not for any reason. So when I go back over the Bautisimo logs of the chat, nothing was ever said. I don't remember ever seeing a bad comment from them or anything like that. So we're very, very lucky to have that creator here in the house with us. But they're already doing well on their channel. And like I said, they're a dynamic couple of creators. I had a good look at their channel after all that, and we're lucky to have them here. So thank you for coming in. And then we're looking at Kristen Walton. This is my love. We live together in close to Niagara Falls, Canada, and she's always here as a member and a moderator, but she's got her own channel. She's doing her own thing. She swaps playlists with people. She does the featured channels collaboration that I talk about, and then she's had a little bit of success with some shorts videos. She's got a lot of variety here, including lifestyle, some collaborations with other creators, and a lot of unboxing. And then, yeah, thank you so much to Real Geeks. So, Mr. Naz, yeah, with Tuberchat usually runs about 2 hours. And it's actually about time for me to take a break, to be honest with you. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do that right here. Yeah, Mr. Naz, it was, yeah, there's quite a few people here in the chat right now. Keep in mind as well, people are going in and out of the chat constantly, because we understand that 60 to 70% of our people might be on a phone, and it makes it a little more difficult to connect with everybody without leaving. But absolutely, that's what we're supposed to be doing. You can absolutely leave the live stream, leave the chat, go visit a channel for 4, 5, 6, hopefully 7 minutes or whatever, come back. And this is why it's so important to start a conversation with somebody here in the chat before connecting, because people are coming in and out all the time. It's very possible for you to say to somebody, hey, I'm going to your house now, but then for them to actually miss that message, and you don't want that to happen. So getting a conversation is a good way to let everybody know that you're intending on connecting. And then, yeah, one of the things, Two Real Geeks, if you don't mind, have a look at our video description. It describes the full process, how we connect here, so that you can maximize your time and meet the largest number of subscribers possible. Alisa and Alex, Tuberchat is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. I've set up a couple of other social networks, but we haven't used them yet. But Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we put posts out for every live stream. Reddit, we have our own forum where everybody can post their videos, and there's over 100 people in that group now, so everybody's welcome to post their videos there. I just made changes to it as well, so now for anybody who's been using Reddit, you can tell people whether you've got a video or a live stream, or if you're looking, or a milestone, so that we can celebrate those a little bit clearer as well. Thank you, Mr. Naz. Yeah, today is a little bit overwhelming, to be honest with you. Thank you, Mr. Fulton Miraz, for sharing. Mr. Fulton Miraz always shares for us. I hope I didn't just make a mistake with the wheel. I spun the wheel and I wasn't watching. I'm going to spin it again. I might have just ruined Kira Welton's chance on the wheel, but we will get to her eventually then, if I'm wrong about that. And then, because she's always here as a moderator. So is Scratch and PPA. And I'll take a break right after this channel. Scratch and PPA is one of the most supportive creators that I have met yet on YouTube. And most of you know that already. If you've already connected with him, you know how supportive he is. Usually when I'm out trying to go into live streams and leave comments on videos, he's either there or been there already. So he has an interactive series going on his channel. Sometimes he premieres, sometimes he releases. This Tuesday, he'll be premiering this week's episode of his series, and you have the opportunity to interact with that and vote on the content of every week's video by following Scratch and Pete. First of all, here on YouTube, you subscribe, of course, but then follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you have the opportunity to vote on those videos as well and be a part of that whole system. And yes, Mr. Naz, the Wheel of Doom is in full effect. I'm going to get Mr. Fulton Miraz onto the wheel. And when I get back, we will add some more names. And then, other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat, like a question or a comment. I certainly don't mean to, and I certainly hope I haven't missed anybody coming in. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, it really does help the stream, so I'll appreciate that greatly. And if you can share on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that as well. So I'm going to take a break for a second here. We will be right back, and we will start spinning the wheel again. All right, pardon me for that. We are back in action. And I'm way behind in the chat again. Unfortunately, I stepped away for a second there. That's okay. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and I will start adding names. Mr. Naz has a question. And I did promise that I was going to describe exactly how the wheel works in another moment. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is another member that's been with us for a while. He actually comes to us from Corinne's Life, who has our featured channel for today, which is Makeup with Corinne. She's always here as a member and a moderator. And today is here as our featured channel, which we looked at for the first 10 minutes of the live stream. The Tyler Show, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Angel downstairs, Rachel, it's always good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming in. And Funtime 876, good to see you here. Yeah, so Mr. Naz, I'll watch for your question. And then as well, so for Two Real Geeks, for anybody that's brand new to Tuberchat, the way that the wheel works is I have a robot called Bottissimo, and that's why I was like complaining it wasn't working earlier. Excuse me, but it's working fine now. So what it does is keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. It's not just about how long you're here, but also how much you're interacting with everybody else. And so what it does is it keeps a little list there for me, and every time the wheel runs down with names and I need a few, I go over to my list, working my way down from the top, and I add names that way. So like for instance, Elisa and Alex have been here for most of today's live stream. SK Manly Gaming's been here since the beginning. Mary's Corner's coming up in another second. And this is how I end up adding these names. As a matter of fact, let me put this up here and I'll just show you. So some of the people who are on here, Scratch and Pete is a moderator, Two Pineapples is a member, Thrill Seeks is a member, so they've already been on the wheel, right? Members go on the wheel as soon as I see them. And then as well, Makeup with Corinne is our featured channel for today. Emotion's already been on. TWTTV is coming up as well. And then I'll continue in another few minutes when we need some more names. So Bottissimo is a fantastic robot for that reason, and it welcomes everybody in the chat, as we've seen. Most of you here have been welcomed by Bottissimo because I've been using it for a long time. And then we're looking at Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, and with 1,130 or so subscribers, hopefully we can push them a little bit farther as well. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is here with us for probably every live stream, and we'd love to get him rolling on the road to 1,200. Two Pineapples. I gotta start learning. a little bit of these words. I've got a couple. When you're over in Two Pineapples channel, they're in Hawaii, and they have another dynamic community of loyal and dedicated supporters around them as well. So you'll find that even though they run a 24-hour live stream, there's usually always a conversation happening in there, and it's fantastic. Plus, like I said, they've got a couple of live streams. Sometimes they're going 24 hours on two, and then as well they go out and do on location live streaming, and they do a great job of producing videos. Can the robot help you get more fish? Maybe not this one. We'll have to ask. I don't know. Maybe that's a paid feature. I pay $5 a month for Bottissimo, but I wonder if you offer a little bit more, if they'll help you with the fishing. It's funny because Mr. Naz is actually fishing right now. He was fishing the other day, and we saw a little bit of that while he was on a panel with myself and Kitty Mom Crochet last Wednesday. We put that interview video up on our front page. It turned into a 4-hour discussion about YouTube tips and tricks and a little bit of trolling and stuff like that. All good stuff that hopefully everybody will find helpful. And then as well, hopefully everybody's doing okay. FIFA World Other Gaming comes to us from NYC. It's always good to have you in the chat. Thank you for coming in. clearing my throat, and Mr. Naz making me laugh at the same time. Yes. Okay, hopefully everybody's doing okay. So, SK Manly Gaming. I've said the name many times, actually. SK Manly Gaming is here with us and has been here since the beginning of the live stream. They're here with us almost every day now, as a matter of fact. And with 464 subscribers, you know that this channel is going to hit 500 very soon and be halfway on the road to the magical 1K that we all think about. One of the things also that we want to keep in mind is when you're connecting with creators, you always want to be doing as much as you possibly can for each other while you're connecting so that we can make these connections stick. YouTube doesn't take subscribers away, hopefully. And then as well, in that note, you want to be watching videos that are at least 3 minutes long. If the video is not that long, it's very likely that YouTube will take your connection away. You want to leave a long, meaningful, genuine comment. I recommend at least a couple of sentences, but typically it's better to even do 3 or 4 where possible. And then as well, thumbs up, subscribe, put the notification bell on for all creators as you see me do always. And that will hopefully help. So, let us spin the wheel. We're in the second half of the live stream for today, so I'm going to move a little bit quicker. Elisa and Alex, your daughter loves gaming. We have a handful of gaming channels here in the chat. And there's lots of different creators of all different niches, to be honest with you. A lot of variety. Artfully Blind with Diana is here in the chat with us now. Thank you for coming in, but her channel's already on the wheel today. She happens to be a gold member, so she gets that guaranteed feature that the silver and gold members get with those slides that you just saw when I took a break there, as well as at the beginning and end of the live stream. And as well, her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we've seen as well. And then Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More has been gaining some organic bananas. Yes, everybody's always going to gain organic traffic and subscribers as well, right? It's nice that we're here meeting new people and giving our channel a strong and solid foundation with friendships. And I hope that that continues, because you never know where the strongest friendships are going to come from and when you're going to meet those people. It could be at any time, you know, even after you've got your 1,000 subscribers, even after you're monetized. But everybody's always going to get some organic growth, as well. And it's great to know that Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is doing that. FIFA World Other Gaming, I always appreciate your kind words and positivity, so thank you for that. The Wheel of Misfortune, says Mr. Naz. Mr. Naz is the one who I think dubbed it in the first place. Kristen had to remind me that he dubbed it the Wheel of Doom. And so we've lovingly kept that name all this time. And then Radical Productions, hopefully you're doing okay. And then, yeah, Two Real Geeks. There are a lot of amazing channels in the chat. And the big thing that we're focused on here, of course, is loyal and dedicated subscribers and supporters. So the idea is to support each other for the long term, not just the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually maybe even years. Oh, and then, yeah, one of the things as well, because Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More reminds us sometimes as well, but the videos that we watch must be 3, 4, 5 minutes long. If it's not that long, chances are YouTube will take subscribers away from you in a couple of days, and that's going to be very frustrating for everybody. We never want that to happen. We know it happens all the time, but we have to do everything we can to try to avoid that. And then, Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is in the house. That's our feature channel from yesterday. The second channel from TWT-TV, who's actually still on the wheel, even though I made a mistake there. Let's spin. This is Mr. Fulton Mraz with 1,900 subscribers. Hopefully we're going to push him a little bit closer to the 2,000 that we know he's thinking about. And then we're going to look at Artfully Blind with Diana. Oh, and then thank you, Retro Completionist. It's still a work in progress. We may move things around in the live stream. We used to use StreamYard and it was much simpler back then, you know, I don't know, 50 episodes ago or whatever it was. And then we switched over to Streamlabs now so that we could add a few more bells and whistles. Like, for instance, you'll see that Retro Completionist is now our stream boss. That's a popular feature. Com Vibes with Miss Jojo, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully we'll be able to add some more stuff as well. Now they've made it even easier to use Streamlabs and StreamYard together. For those of you who've thought about making the switch between the two of them, you can actually do both. So you can send out your Streamlabs video into StreamYard as a camera so that you can make it take up the whole screen, and then you get to still add people in if you want to do that, as well as overlay people's comments and the things we love about StreamYard, right? So, Fanatic Guide, StreamYard is much simpler, in my opinion. It's web-based, so anybody can just use their web browser and hop on. Works on a phone, works on a computer. Very, very easy to add people in and have like a Zoom-type panel meeting and this and that. But Streamlabs is a version of OBS, which is an open format program, but it's owned by their version of it. Streamlabs is owned by them. You can pay for a premium version, which I do here with Tuberchat, and then it allows a lot of extra features like that Stream Boss feature there, and then you see the event list when people give super chats and memberships and stuff like that. It keeps their name up for a while, and I've got these slides going for all of our members and moderators in the corners, and then I can still add my screen. And there's lots more that can be done. StreamYard tends to be limited, but I did love using it because of its simplicity, right? If you need to get the job done, it's fantastic. And then when you want to add the bells and whistles, OBS or Streamlabs might be the way to go. Artfully Blind with Diana has 3,000 subscribers, so there's obviously much to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by, and she has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter of Tuberchat for a while now. Elisa and Alex, we're going to have a look at your channel right now. Here's Elisa and Alex. I hope I'm pronouncing it right when I say that. 871 subscribers. This is another channel that's been with us before. She's got a channel going for her children now, and we want to push this channel farther so that they can hopefully get monetized soon. They're already close to 900. Eventually we'll see them hit that magic 1,000 that we're all thinking about. But this is a creator that's been with Tuberchat for quite some time and has just gone through a simple name change to turn the channel around for themselves. And then, if anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly, of course. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that also. They really do help the stream. And I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up while they're out there supporting. Oh, and Thrill Seeks is now helping with thumbnails for others as well. That's one thing I can let you know, that Corinne's Life, who's basically our featured channel for today. She has Makeup with Corinne. That's the featured channel, the second one from Corinne's Life. She helps people with banners and thumbnails and things like that. I'm sure there's other creators in the Tuberchat community that are willing to do that as well. If somebody was to ask me, Kevin, why don't you help people with banners and thumbnails and stuff like that, I certainly can, and for very simple things, you know, if your banner just isn't the right size and stuff like that, sometimes I'll offer to just send it over. I'll fix it up and send it back. But because there are so many generous creators in the Tuberchat community willing to help each other, I would rather see people make more friendships and get that kind of a collaboration going together, because in the long term, that's really what's going to help much more than, you know, just me spending a few minutes to help. There's lots and lots of creators willing to help with that stuff. And Most of you may not know, but I also work full-time. That's why I'm not here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 3 days a week I have to be away. I'm usually not even on a computer most of the months of the year, and so I'm not able to stream those days, and I never want somebody to have to wait when they need something done as well. So there's lots of reasons. There's lots of people willing to help, and there's Makeup with Corinne mentioning it as well. So there's a thought. The How-To Lady, thank you so much for recognizing our moderators. They always are very much dedicated, loyal supporters, and every one of them believes wholeheartedly in giving much more than they expect to receive. Michael's Adventures is here with us, Scratch and PPA, Corinne's Life as Makeup with Corinne, and then of course Kristen and Kira Welton are both with us as well. Let's spin the wheel and we'll get the next channel up going. Funtime 876. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members as well. Doing something when he's not sleeping. Pretty much, yeah, it seems like it. So the thing is, you know, if you can find ways to do what you love, right, in regards to YouTube, not everybody loves every aspect of this stuff. I happen to have been, you know, developing websites and doing social media stuff for a long time. So I actually love the work that we have to do when it comes to YouTube. I know not everybody likes everything, but if you can find things that you love and then possibly even collaborate with other creators, whether it's trading favors, or for instance, if there are things you love doing, whether it's producing videos or thumbnails or banners and stuff like that, you can absolutely set up a stream of income doing that stuff if you'd like to. The second half of my full-time job is running YouTube channels for other people. I actually started running channels for other people before I started my own many years ago. So I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and then the wish is that we share our information here in the chat so that everybody can be better informed and make the best decisions for their channels, myself included. Oh, Spotless Com. The other thing too, I have done tutorials on my personal channel for how to do banners and thumbnails. They were all live streams, so they come along with my very long speeches. I've done a couple of other tutorials that are just videos, so I really cut them down. They're very clear how to share on Twitter, how to share on Instagram, and how to easily keep on top of your comments so that you can always be responding and not fall behind with that as well. So you can check those out if you'd like to. Oracles and Beyond, Cassie, it's always wonderful to see you here. Thank you for coming in. We're looking at Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. This is a creator who's been with me for at least a year now. Is a loyal and dedicated supporter both to myself personally and to Tuberchat. We support each other. He's got 2 channels, including Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream. I'll show you that one as well. And is one of the first creators to be featured on Tuberchat on episode number 2, and then again on episode number 101 with his second channel. You can see that he's also generous in doing the feature channels collaboration here. When you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you, and then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience and to the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend that for anybody to do that's willing with each other, because it's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator. And then if you've featured Tuberchat on your front page, please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. And yeah, Fanatic Guide, yes, there are a lot of spam comments that come through for everybody, and that increases along with everything else as well as you grow. So it can be a challenge keeping up with that stuff. Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream is the second channel from Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, who's always here with us as a member as well. I'm going to add some names to the screen in a second, or to the wheel in a second. Here's Mary's Corner. This is another channel that's a relatively new connection for Tuberchat, but has been back with us again. So with 214 subscribers, I'm hoping we'll push this channel a little bit farther as well. Oh, Spotless Calm. Yeah, you know, everybody takes time to grow, Tuberchat included. We grow consistently. So we've only been here since May, but we move and move and move like everybody else. And I appreciate you finding us and especially coming back. Yvonne Fournier's Kitchen, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And it's always good to see you. I did say I was going to get some more names on the wheel, so let's do that right now. I will refresh my Bautissimo robot and see what's happening. Yeah, FIFA World Other Gaming has been with Tuberchat since day one, I believe, as well. They were one of the first channels featured. One of the first channels that I had noticed had a great banner. I used to talk about it all the time when we first started and show that off to people as inspiration. Oh, how do we feature channels? Yvonne Fournier's Kitchen is asking. Pardon me. Having the hardest time with my voice. I'm going to have to try not to yell while I live stream. I don't know how many of you notice when you live stream you tend to yell. I got to try to calm that down a little bit. So when you go to your front page, you can click on this Customize Channel, or you can get to it from the Customize tab on the inside left of your YouTube studio. And then my page always takes a little moment to refresh here while I'm live streaming. Hopefully it'll pick up in a second here. When you get into your page, you'll notice you can add lots of different stuff here. So you can add a trailer for people who haven't subscribed yet. You can add a featured video for returning subscribers. Of course, we put our episode 100 there. And then as well, you've got the opportunity for lots of other sections. We have 3 featured channel sections here, but if you don't have one, you can click Add Section, and it's right here at the bottom, Featured Channels. You can move them up and down as you'd like to, display them on your channel. We have shelves for our members at the bottom, and we have our featured channels up at the top here. So when I click on Edit Contents, I can go over here and I can see. So I'm going to look for Yvonne. Let me remember how to spell this properly. Yvonne Fournier's Kitchen. I put... Oh. There it is. Yvonne Fournier's Kitchen. And all you have to do is click the box. For names that are not, you know, that are a lot more popular, they'll come up a little bit easier, but that's okay. As soon as you click that box, she gets added automatically to the bottom of the list here. Then you can rearrange the list if you would like to. Now, I'm hoping YouTube is going to bring back the shuffle feature that they used to have that shows a random collection of people in your featured channels list every time somebody visits the page, but we can't bet on that right now. So what I do is every time I add one, I add it to the beginning, and then I just click Done. You must click Publish. It's a very important step, and if you forget that, your changes won't be saved. And then it takes a couple of minutes to show up, but at some point it eventually does. I do have a cup of tea here, but I don't like anything hot, so I have to wait for it to cool off before I can drink it. I'll get to that in another moment. Artfully Blind with Diana, we actually looked at. I didn't realize how behind I am on getting names onto the wheel. I will fill the wheel up in another moment here. Oh, Thrill Seeks. Yeah, we're featured on over 100 channels, but the reason why is because I've pushed it so hard on Tuberchat from the beginning. Pardon me just for a second. So that now you can see the impact that that has, right? One of the reasons why Tuberchat continues to grow and get busier and busier is because when I saw the featured channels idea so many months ago, I said, this is something we need to do on Tuberchat. What I get to do is feature channels on the front page of Tuberchat, which is fantastic for everybody. And in turn, people will feature Tuberchat. Now, because we've been at this so long, we have been featured on over 100 people's channels, and this is one of the reasons why it continues to grow. Some of you may have seen that. You may have heard of Tuberchat a few times before ever coming here, because all of a sudden you started to see a couple of people who you already trust have Tuberchat featured on their front page and said, okay, I'm going to go check this out now because I've heard of it. That might be the case. That's what I hope. And it's something that anybody can benefit from. It's just part of branding. So the more people who see your channel again and again, the better chance you're going to have for more people coming to visit you over time. This is TWTTV, a previously featured channel, and yesterday we featured the second channel from these creators, Little Red and Bunny Tracks, and they're often here with us in the chat. I keep saying that when I featured TWTTV, it was probably long overdue because I single-handedly consider who we're going to feature on each episode of Tuberchat. And TWTTV has been a loyal and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. But I'm glad we finally got them featured. And like I said, they're a couple of dynamic creators. They've got 2 entertaining channels. I think even a third, as a matter of fact. But you'll find TWTTV and Little Red and Bunny Tracks here in the chat with us often. So let me see what I can do about adding some more names to the wheel. Let's look at 2 Real Geeks because, like I said, we're lucky to have these creators here. And I'll go back over that story when I put them up. Calm Vibes with Miss JoJo. Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs, I don't think we looked at your channel today. Hakeemations, thank you for coming back in. I didn't realize you were here. You must have slipped by me for a second there. King Vapes Gaming is coming up. I don't think I looked at King Vapes Gaming today already, right? What I'll do is I'll look at Lil Red and Bunny Tracks again for a quick second right now, because it is the second channel from the creators that we have on the screen. Having trouble typing. Living Beautifully has been with us for quite some time. Radical Productions. If you want to mark the time on today's live stream, we were about an hour and a half in when I did that tutorial on how to put featured channels on the front page. So if you keep that in mind, we're on episode number 175 today, and you'll be able to go back and find it if you need to rewatch that. Living Beautifully, let's get you up onto the screen. And if anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly, of course. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream. So I'll appreciate that also. Oh, I misspelled this because what happened here when I looked for that channel, I don't know if you noticed it, but YouTube, see it says, did you mean Living Beautifully? And no, I did not. So when I click on channels, then she comes up first. And as time goes on, she'll climb the search results and eventually come up #1. Oh, Easter special in 2 weeks. I'll have to figure out something for that. I don't know what I could do. I don't know what I could do for that. But it's good that you mentioned it, because I should think about it. And then, Living Beautifully, my pleasure having your channel up here. Spotless Calm should be up here as well. You've been with us for a while. and I will continue adding more channels soon. Spotless.com, I move the times of the live streams around every weekend so that we can accommodate different creators in different time zones, but it's always Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So today, you'll notice this weekend, the live streams in Eastern time were at 6 p.m. Friday, 4 p.m. Saturday, 2 p.m. today, and noon tomorrow. Next week, they might be somewhat in reverse, but Monday will always be somewhat early. Monday is going to have to be around the same time every week now, just because I have other obligations that day. So other than that, we move them around, so you'll always have different people in here, whether they've been here before or there's always new people in Tuberchat. Living Beautifully, we're unsure how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're looking towards. You'll notice as well, sometimes I do things with Tuberchat particularly that I would not recommend to other creators. Like, for instance, moving the times of everything around works for Tuberchat because we need new people to come through, and we love to reach different people. Sometimes we get people who come in, especially our friends from the UK and farther east. We are not able to accommodate them if it's already after midnight by the time we're doing a live stream. So I try to move them around for that reason, but that may not be the best idea for you. You have to watch your analytics and really keep an eye on things like that new feature that YouTube has given that tells you the best time to post. A lot of the bigger YouTubers with like millions of subscribers, like Sean Cannell and Roberto Blake and Sonny Lenarduzzi and all their friends, might suggest that you make a schedule and stick to it. So that can be good advice, but you want to consider that for your channel. Tuberchat, I move around deliberately because I wanted to catch different people, because that's what's right for Tuberchat. And then thank you so much, Corinne's Life. That's our featured channel for today, Makeup with Corinne. Hopefully everybody will follow her on both channels. She's always here as a beloved moderator. And then, yeah, Spotless.com, it'll be great to see you anytime you can get here. Deborah Finney, Spirit Orbs, 9 grandchildren, so lots of Easter eggs. Interesting. King Vapes Gaming is keeping fit, which is great. And other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. This is Calm Vibes with Miss Jojo. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel as well. They've been with Tuberchat a long time with 1,130 or so subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther on the road towards the 1,200 that we know that they're thinking about. I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up here and we'll see what else is happening. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream. I'll appreciate it greatly. And one of the things we want to keep in mind here, in the Tuberchat community, we believe wholeheartedly in giving much more than we expect to receive. So the idea is we always want to support other creators as much as possible. And just keep that in mind. Two Real Geeks. That can be the case if that's what you find for yourself. I can't say that I'm surprised. What I typically recommend to everybody is, if you can get to a place, and I think you're already there beyond that, but if you can get to a place that you can be posting one piece of quality content per week as a minimum, you will grow organically no matter what. But what will happen is, over time, you will find that luck will eventually come your way. It doesn't have to be luck. You can call it whatever you want. And it will take a couple of your videos and just make them fly. And I see this again and again with every channel that I touch. So some of it is a game of patience. And if you're constantly improving, trying to do better with your tags, better with your titles, better with your thumbnails, and just improving, you know, even the quality of your videos and things like that, taking feedback from your audience and experimenting with different ideas, then eventually you start to see an exponential growth. But I know, if I remember right, I think you have like 1,700 subscribers or something. We're going to find out as soon as I pull the channel up when your name comes up on the wheel here. But also, it's not a race, right? It's different for everybody. So as long as you look at your analytics, a lot of times you're not looking for what you're doing wrong. You're really looking for what you're doing right, so that if you have a video or two that do really well, you can duplicate that success. And the analytics always tell the story about why that happens. So Spotless.com is a brand new connection for Tuberchat. I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is go through your videos here, and I'm going to look for a 10-minute video. And this is what I mean. I recommend to everybody always watching videos that are at least 3 minutes, but I always pick 10-minute videos when I'm connecting to people here in Tuberchat for the first time. So we'll just look. I'm not going to spend too much time doing it. I'll just find something quickly here that matches. I'll take one of those half-hour ones. I saw some 30-minute ones. I'll take this one here. Add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. And then hopefully that will make our connection stick. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. Like I said, we're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Urbex Investigators, thank you for coming in. Official T, it's good to see you back. And Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs, posting daily is fine. You'll actually probably do even better by doing that. Lots of creators, like, everybody's got to post whenever they can. If it's suitable for your channel to post every week, that's great. If it's suitable for your channel to post more than that, and you can do it, then that's even better. When I look for emotion, I look for emotion, new, soul, R&B. I saw a girl last year, before Tuberchat even existed, that had got her 1,000 subscribers in 8 weeks by posting 3 times a day. Sorry, 3 times a week. I think it was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and she would just sit in her room on her bed, just a nice enough girl, and just tell whatever story she was telling for the day, and that was enough. Not to mention she was supportive, out commenting on other people's videos and this and that. So the more activity lends you the ability to move even faster. But that has to be, everybody's got to make the right decisions for their own channels. One of the things you want to be mindful of that I just reiterated this week is if you post more than 3 times a day. I know that's like almost to the point of ridiculousness for most creators to even have the time to do that. But it's possible. If you post more than 3 times a day, YouTube may stop sending notifications for you, or at least some of them. So it's something to think about. A couple of times a week, the how-to lady. And then thank you for the positivity and kind words in the chat. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat or anything that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment. If I did, just please be patient with me. Mention it again. Put 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message, and hopefully it will help me see it a little bit easier. When I look for emotion, I look for emotion, new soul, R&B. This is another music channel and somebody who's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to Tuberchat for quite some time now. We see them almost every live stream with us here, and I hope everybody will help them get a little bit closer. They are so close to the 300 that we know they're thinking about. They only need a few more subscribers. If everybody in the chat here subscribed to Emotion today, we know we'd get them over the 300 and probably a few extras if you haven't already connected to them. We're going to move a little bit faster now, because we've already been on for almost 2 hours. We're getting to Radical Productions here, and they have always got some informative content on their channel. They are experiencing very rapid growth as well organically, with 4,520 or so subscribers. And the good news is they're still working on growing even though they've got that organic growth. So it's not necessarily about coming here to Tuberchat to try to meet 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 more people. It's about, you never know when you're going to meet those special creators who are going to be with you on an ongoing basis. You know, people who you're going to tell stories about that have been with you for a year. You hear me tell the stories when I put the channels on the screen here about some of the creators who've been with me for a long time. You never know when that's going to happen. So it's great to see Radical Productions still working on growth, even though they're doing so great. Do you recommend the daily video vlog upload? We found that when we did that, we started to go under with views. Went from the 1000s to 20 a video. That's really interesting. I can't even imagine why that might have happened, unless my only guess, without thinking about it too much, would be that it's oversaturating the crowd because you know, they know that if they miss a video, they could just see the next one. You know, it doesn't lend itself to the idea of looking forward to it. But then again, there are creators out there with millions of subscribers that post every day, and you know, they get, there are tens of thousands of views or hundreds of thousands on every video. So right now your guess is as good as mine, but the analytics will tell the story. So if you have a look, one of the best things I can tell you about in your analytics, my secret weapon, if you want to call it that, my favorite feature in the entire analytics system, on the reach tab, which is the purple one, in the bottom right corner, it tells you the search terms that people are finding your videos for, and you can look at that for every individual video. So when you have a video that does really well, you can go and see, it's not about the tags that you put in the video. This is telling you how people have found you, the exact terms they've used, and then you can turn those into tags and see your future videos do even better. It works for me every time. So hopefully you find that the littlest bit helpful as well. My voice is really getting to be something today. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. I'm going to start rifling through channels now. Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs has been with us several times already. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel. With 96 subscribers, we've got another creator here that's dangerously close to a milestone. They're going to have their first 100 anytime now. So with if everybody here in the chat was to subscribe to Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs right now, we would see them pass the first 100, which we know is an important milestone, and then give them a few extras to lock it in. And thank you, Yvonne Fournier's Kitchen. On every episode of Tuberchat, we discuss different things, right? So sometimes we go a little bit deeper into things like analytics and tutorials and stuff. Sometimes we just focus on posting channels on the screen and talking about each other's videos and things like that. It depends on who's in the chat and what everybody's in the mood for. So I'm always happy to answer questions if I can, and get conversation going in the chat so that we can all help each other. But hopefully you find these little nuggets of information, and when you hear something that you think is useful, you want to go back to, just mark the time of the live stream and which number you're on. I always leave them public after, so you can go back and catch those little nuggets of information. Oh, Mr. Naz, yeah, you should connect with Two Pineapples and ask them how they've got that done. There's a lot to be learned from those creators. I talk to them all the time. It makes sense what you say, Two Real Geeks. It really does. It's unfortunate. It's almost, you know, we use the terms the rich get richer. Same thing. If Mr. Beast puts out a video, it doesn't even matter. He could put a video of an apple sitting on a table for an hour and hundreds of thousands of people will watch it, right? So, not that that's a bad video, but you know what I'm saying. So, it's a struggle, but as we grow, you know that things get stronger and easier. So while we're here connecting, this is why I'm so focused on friendships here in Tuberchat. It's just a meeting place. The whole 2 hours that I'm here, I'm just talking to fill the time while everybody's meeting each other. That's why it's called Tuberchat, because that's the most important part, right? But like I said, you never know when you're going to meet those magical people who are going to be with you for a long, long time. Come back for almost every video, give you lots of meaningful comments that they know will help you, give you views, hang out in your live streams, be excited for your premieres and things like this. So that can really help. So if you had 100 true friends on YouTube, you would... and I'm not talking about 1,000 subscribers. I mean 100 true friends who truly care about you and care about your success. You would see that your channel would have a strong, solid foundation, because every video that you put out would get its head start in views, likes, comments, and everything else. So let's look at Two Real Geeks right now. This is the channel. I thought I subscribed already. I thought I just subscribed when we did this. So this might be one of those times where maybe YouTube has taken it. See, look, I've got 2 red lines here. I went through 2 videos. That's from, when you see a red line that's short like this, it's probably from watching the full video and then going back and leaving a comment. But I could be wrong. Maybe I didn't actually subscribe yet, knowing that you'd be coming in. I shouldn't have done that. I usually don't subscribe while I'm live streaming, but I'm talking too much while I'm doing this, so that's fine. Anyway, in the meantime, what I'll do as well... Maybe that's just me checking out the channel, like I said the other day. I'm going to look for a video that's about 10 minutes long. A little bit shorter than these half-hour and hour-long ones if I can. I'll take this 17-minute one. I will add this into my watch later list. And then what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment on that video. I've already subscribed, but I will give you a thumbs up. The bell is already on. And then hopefully that will make our connection stick. And then hopefully now you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well. And you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. And like I said, we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Corbin G Records, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you. You must have slipped by me there. And KPJP Florida is back in the house. This is another creator that allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuberchat, and she is a very dynamic creator. I did say I was going to show Lil Red and Bunny tracks. And I didn't when TWT-TV was on the screen. So I'm just going to look at their channel for a second now. This is the second channel from the creators TWT-TV. They were featured this weekend on Tuberchat as well. We feature a different channel every single day. I'm trying to look through my list here to see who we can add to the wheel. We'll get... Oh, All Things Miss Tanita, thank you for coming in. I must have missed you coming in as well. I hope I get the right channel when I put Mr. Naz up. You'll have to let me know. Mary's Corner, did we look at your channel? I feel like we did. Official T. I'm just looking at the spelling of that in my other window here. Urbex Investigators. And at Von Fournier's Kitchen, we didn't actually look at your channel. The How To Lady, did we look at yours today? That's our featured channel from Friday. Let's go. I'm going to whip through these channels, though. Like, let's say a channel a minute, because we've already been on for 2 hours now. King Vapes Gaming, let's have a look at what you got going on for us today. Tuberchat typically lasts between 2 and 2.5 hours, depending on whether we have a raid scheduled after. And with 1,500 subscribers, hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther as well and get them rolling towards the 1,600 that we know that they're thinking about. Like I said, I'm going to whip through channels now, so you'll have to forgive me. But we will be back again tomorrow, one more time, 2 hours earlier than today. And then thank you, Yvonne Fournier's Kitchen. Mary's Corner, I think we looked at your channel already, but I'd rather make the mistake of doing it twice than not doing it. So let's look. There you are. Yes, we just looked at it. Okay. I didn't want to miss it. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. And then oh, thank you, the How-To Lady. Yeah, no, I always intend on featuring as many channels as I can. Sometimes we don't get to everybody, because like I said, if I have a raid scheduled after or something like that, or you know, sometimes I cut it off if people haven't been here for very long at the end and stuff like that. But I'm happy to feature as many channels as I can. KPJP Florida, like I said, is a very dynamic creator. She allows people to connect the same way that we do here in Tuberchat, but she's always doing different things actually on her channel. She's got a lot of variety, so I'm hoping everybody will rally around her. We'll push her a little bit farther over the 2,400 subscribers she already has. She's already halfway to 2,500. And you'll be entertained when you're there, as well as inspired by KPJP Florida. She's been with Tuberchat from the beginning. Thank you, Michael's Adventures, for the time that you spend. Michael's Adventures is one of the most supportive creators on YouTube. He's always with us as a dedicated moderator and believes wholeheartedly in the idea of giving much more than ever asking for. And we see that from Michael's Adventures every day. So I hope everybody will, support all of our moderators, including Michael's Adventures. Here is Urbex Investigators now. This is a new connection for Tuberchat, so pardon me. Like I was saying, I don't typically watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, so what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, this 12-minute one, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, I'll watch that video in full, I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will turn a notification bell on, of course, and hopefully that will make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well now, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And Scratch and Pete, yes, Michael's Adventures is amazing. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Keep in mind, Urbex Investigators has under 100 subscribers with 68. They're getting there, but we want to do everything we can for this creator. Maybe leave a comment on their discussion tab as well, and consider watching 2 or 3 videos instead of just one. We have to do everything we can to support each other always, but we know that creators under 100 subscribers are getting hit the hardest by the purging and glitching that's been going on. Oh, Thrill Seeks, I don't know what to do about the sound if that's the case. There's nothing I'm doing differently than I always do, so I'm hoping that is, as much as I don't want to say it, I'm hoping that's on your end, not mine. But I can't fix it even if it is. 368 subscribers for All Things Miss Tanita. This is another channel that's back with us again and again, and hopefully everybody will rally around her and push this channel maybe even over 370 right now, a little bit closer to the 400 that we know she's thinking about. And then thank you to Real Geeks. Again, it's been a pleasure having you here, and especially in the chat, so I look forward to hopefully having you back very, very soon. I should look for somebody to raid, so that we can keep the party going and everybody can continue connecting if they would like to. Here's Yvonne Fournier's Kitchen. This is the channel that you saw me add into our featured channels list when we did the tutorial earlier. So she's got a lot of delicious looking content on her channel. I've got some catching up to do, but there's lots of stuff here for everybody to see. And thank you for letting me know that the sound is okay. Let's Yeah, I was looking at something in another window here. Like I said, tomorrow we're here 2 hours earlier than today. And Mondays will probably always be around that time from now on. When you see me looking off to the side, it's just because I'm looking at another window. Oh, I know what we're going to do. I know what we're going to raid. Let's spin the wheel. Yvonne's Fournier's Kitchen is already fully monetized, got memberships going and everything else. And hopefully everybody will rally around them and push them a little bit farther. We don't need to know how many subscribers everybody has. We just want to help everybody get to their next milestone, whatever that may be. This is Corbin G Records, another music channel. Hopefully, well, actually, it looks like they got a lot of variety on their channel. They happen to also be involved in a lot of music as well. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel and push them a little bit farther. With 126 subscribers, hopefully we can get them moving towards the 200 that we know that they're thinking about. My goodness. I'm typing in another window here and I'm not doing a good job. Let's spin one more time. We're going to look at Official T. I had the hardest time finding this channel the other day. Now, hopefully it's going to come up for me because I've already seen it before. Let's search for channel. Now, I should already be subscribed, right? Might be just too popular of a name. Let me put quotes and see what happens here. And go back to channel and see if I get it here. Oh, where are you? Mark McEwen, thank you for coming in. I'm trying to match the avatar here. Let me see if I can click if my thing is gonna work. Official T, let's just make sure you're still here. I'll get to what I'll do is I'll move on and we'll put Official T up next if they're still here. I use the go to channel extension. Oh, there you are. For the life of me, I can't get to your channel. There it is. Okay, we got it. And then Mr. Naz TV will come up next. I'm so sorry. So when we have channels with very popular words or very popular names, the search results can be a little bit tough for them to start climbing. You are doing a creator a great service when you search, find, and click on them. That goes for anybody, but particularly channels that are struggling with search results. So eventually Official T, as they become more active, post more videos, and get closer to their 1,000 subscribers, they will climb the search results. It'll be very easy to find them eventually. GSI did a great live last night. Very cool. Thank you, Mary's Corner. Hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. Let's look at Mr. Naz TV now. Oh, okay. We'll skip Mr. Naz TV. Kitten Gaming, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Okay, thank you so much, Thrill Seeks. Let's look at the how-to lady right now. And I'm going to drop a link in the chat. If everybody can, we'll hit this link and head over and we will give a raid to our friends at Two Pineapples. They have got a 24/7 live stream going on. as they usually do. And we'll look at one more channel before we go. Hakimations has actually been with us for a while. I'll just get it ready. This is the how-to lady. You can bet that there's much to be learned from this creator, as well as inspired and entertained by. With 165 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push her a little closer to the 200 we know she's thinking about. She's here with us all the time in Tuberchat and was previously featured just a few days ago, as a matter of fact. So hopefully everybody will connect with this channel. I'm going to leave this chat running for a few more minutes, at least 5 minutes, right? Or something like that, so that everybody can continue connecting and clean up your connections. But then, if you can, hit that link that I just put in the chat, say Tuberchat raid when you get there, and we will give a raid to 2 Pineapples, our dear friends. And I will see you over there in a few minutes. This is Hakimations with 258 subscribers. This is another channel that's here with us all the time. And hopefully we can push them a little closer to the 300 that they are thinking about. So as we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment you spend here in Tuberchat. I'm going to ask you one more favor, to give me a thumbs up on the way out if you already haven't, and then make sure you give 2 Pineapples a thumbs up when you get to their live stream. I will see you over there in a few minutes, and we will be back tomorrow. So thank you again, everybody.